Students, we have solved the problems on the factorization in the previous period. Now, in this period, we will solve the problems on the defactorization. I hope all of you have prepared the defactorization formulas. Considering that all of you have prepared the defactorization formulas, I am going to solve the problems on the defactorization. So the first problem for the defactorization is that express as sum or difference of two sine 15 into cos phi. 2 sine 15 into cos phi. We have to express this multiplication of the sine and cos as either sum or difference of sine and cos. Now, multiplication of sine and cos, if you remember the formulas like that, the addition of 2 sine is the multiplication of sine and cos. I say that the addition of 2 sine is the multiplication of sine and cos. So the reverse of that, the multiplication of sine and cos, that will be the addition of 2 sine. That means you have to apply that 2 sine a cos b formula. So defactorization formula, I write here by 2 sine a cos b formula, multiplication of sine and cos, that will be equals to addition of 2 sine, that means sine of a plus b plus sine of a minus b. See here, that is our first defactorization formula. Multiplication of sine and cos is the addition of 2 sine, or addition of 2 sine is the multiplication of sine and cos, that is the factorization. In this way, that is the factorization. In this way, that is the defactorization. Now, applying the same formula here, we are having 2 sine 15 into cos phi, that is 2 sine 15 into cos phi. So here, if you compare this term with this one, then the angle A is equals to 15 and the angle B, that will be equals to 5, is equals to sine of A plus B, that means sine of A is our 15, B is 5, so 15 plus 5 plus sine of A minus B, A is 15, B is 5, that means 15 minus 5. I repeat again, 2 sine 15 cos 5 is equivalent to 2 sine A cos B, that means multiplication of sine and cos, and multiplication of sine and cos, that is this addition of 2 sine with the angle A plus B and A minus B. So sine of A plus B plus sine of A minus B. Now if we compare this 2 sine 15 and cos 5 with 2 sine A into cos B, then the value of angle A is equals to 15 and angle B is equals to 5. So by the application of this formula, sine of A plus B, that means sine of 15 plus 5, plus sine of A minus B, that means sine of 15 minus 5, is equals to sine 15 plus 5, that is sine 20, plus sine 15 minus 5, that means sine 10. So that is the expression of 2 sine 15 into cos 5 as a sum of 2 sine, that means sine 20 plus sine 10. That's the expression of sum or difference. Here it is, since the formula is 2 sine A cos B, that is sum. If there is cos A sine B, then there is a difference. So this is the first problem for today. Expression of sine and cos in terms of cos and sine. Now the second one. See here, some simple problems are there. Find the value of the value of 2 cos 75 into cos 15. 2 cos 75 into cos 15. We have to find the value of 2 cos 75 into cos 15, and this is equivalent to the multiplication of 2 cos. Now we are having the multiplication of 2 cos by 2 cos a cos b. The multiplication of 2 cos is the addition of 2 cos, that means cos of a plus b plus cos of a minus b, or the factorization formula, cos of a plus b plus cos of a minus b. So here the given value is, we have to find out the value of 2 cos 75 into cos 15. Now if we compare 2 cos 75 into cos 15 with 2 cos a into cos b, then the value of angle A is equals to 75 and B is 15. So we can apply this formula here. 2 cos A into cos B is equals to, what is this one? Cos of A plus B, that means 75 plus 15 plus cos of A minus B, cos of A plus B, 75 plus 15 plus cos of A minus B, that means 75 minus 15. So is equals to cos of 75 plus 15, cos of 75 plus 15, 75 plus 15, that is equals to 90, cos 90 plus cos of 75 minus 15, how much? That is 75 minus 15, that is equals to cos 60. Now we know that the value of cos 90, cos 90 means cos pi by 2, cos pi by 2 is equals to 0, plus the value of cos 60, how much? Cos 60, that is equals to half, and therefore this is equals to 1 by 2. Hence the value of 2 cos 75 into cos 15 is equals to 1 upon 2. First problem we have solved, find a sum or difference. The second also the same type, but instead of find a sum or difference, the heading is find a value of, you have to get the value of this complete 2 cos 75 into cos 15, and by using the formula of 2 cos A cos B, we have expressed it as cos 90 plus cos 60, but the value of cos 90 is equals to 0, cos 60 equals to 1 by 2, so 0 plus half, that is equals to half, that means the complete value of that given expression is equals to 1 upon 2. The third one, if two sin 40 into cos 10 is equals to sin A plus sin B, sin A plus sin B. Find A and B. 2 sin 14 into cos 10 equals to sin A plus sin B. We have to find out the value of A and B. We have already solved this problem, such type of problem previously. Previously means our first problem was of the same type. Now here, you have to find out 2 sin 40 into cos 10. Here, by 2 sin 40 into cos 10, that means this is equivalent to the multiplication of sin and cos. We are having the formula 2 sin A into cos B. The multiplication of sin and cos is the addition of 2 sin, that means sin of A plus B plus sin of A minus B. The multiplication of sin and cos is equals to addition of 2 sin, so sin of A plus B plus sin of A minus B. what we are given? We are given that 2 sine, so 2 sine 40 into cos 10 is equals to sine A plus sine B. 2 sine 40 plus cos 10 equals to sine. So here 2 sine 40 into cos 10 equals to sine A plus sine B. So 2 sine 40 into cos 10, that means 2 sine A cos B, sine of A plus B plus sine of A minus B. That will be sine of 40 plus 10 plus sine of 40 minus 10. So 40 plus 10, that means sine 50 plus sine 40 minus 10, that means sine 30 equals to sine A plus sine B. Now comparing the left hand right hand side, we get A is equals to 50. Comparing sine A equals to sine 50, we get A equals to 50 and B is equals to 30. So the value of A is 50 and B is equals to 30. Then the next sum is which is similar to this one. If two cos 70 into sine 50 is equals to sine A minus sine B. 2 cos 70 into sine 50 equals to sine A minus sine B. Find A, find A and B. The sum is exactly similar to the previous one. Here 2 cos 70 into sine 50, that means by 2 cos A into sine B. The multiplication of cos and sine, that will be subtraction of 2 sine, so that will be sine of A plus B minus sine of A minus B. 2 cos A sine B is equals to sine of A plus B minus sine of A minus B. So consider the given term. Our given term is 2 cos 70 into sine 50 is equals to sine A minus sine B. This is given. Now apply here 2 cos A sine B formula. What is 2 cos A sine B? Sine A plus B minus sine A minus B. So this will be sine A plus B, that means 70 plus 50 minus sine A minus B, that means 70 minus 50. See here 2 cos A sine B equals to sine A plus B minus sine A minus B. So 2 cos 70 sine 15, that is equals to sine A plus B minus sine A minus B is equals to sine A minus sine B. Sine 70 plus 50, sine 70 plus 50, that will be sine 120 minus sine 70 minus 20, that will be equals to sine 20. 70 plus 50 equals to 120. 70 minus 50 equals to sine 20 is equals to sine A minus sine B. And therefore the value of A is equals to 120 and B is equals to 20. So and this is the case when 2 cos 70 sine 50 equals to sine A minus sine B. We have got the value of A as equal 120 and B is equals to 20. The next one again on the same type, that is if 2 cos 60 into cos 20 is equals to cos A plus cos B. Cos A plus cos B, find A and B. All these sums are similar to the previous 2 or 3 sums. Here 2 cos 60 into cos 20, that means it is in the form of 2 cos A cos B. So we have 2 cos A cos B is equals to the multiplication of 2 cos. Multiplication of 2 cos is the addition of 2 cos, so that is cos of A plus B plus cos of A minus B. 2 cos A cos B, cos A plus B plus cos A minus B. We are given that 2 cos 60 into cos 20 is equals to cos A plus cos B. 2 cos 60 into cos 20 equals to cos A plus cos B. Now apply this formula. What is 2 cos A cos B? Cos A plus B plus cos A minus B. That means this equals to cos A plus B, 60 plus 20 plus cos A minus B. So cos 60 minus 20 is equals to cos A plus cos B. This is 2 cos A cos B equals to cos A plus B plus cos A minus B. Now cos 60 plus 20, that is equals to cos 80 plus cos 60 minus 20, that is equals to cos 40. 60 plus 20 is cos 80. 60 minus 20 is 40, so cos 40 is equals to cos A plus cos B. And therefore, what is the value of A? If we compare the two terms, then the value of A is equals to cos 80. So A is equals to 80 and B is equals to 40. So we have got the value of A is 80 and B is 20. We have taken almost 3 or 4 combinations. In exam they may ask the same type with the different angles. Now we will solve the most important problem on this defactorization formulas, and most important, I can say the most important and the most complicated. See here, the problem is prove that sin 20, sin 40, sin 60, sin 80 is equals to 3 by 60. Sin 20, sin 40, sin 60 and sin 80 is equals to 3 by 60. Let us start. The LHS is given as sin 20, sin 40, sin 60 into sin 80. Now there are 4 angles, 20, 40, 60 and 80. Out of these 4 angles, the standard angle is 60. And we know that the value of sin 60. What is the value of sin 60? Sin 60 is equals to root 3 by 2. So I write here, but sin 60 is equals to root 3 by 2. So substituting that value here, we get sin 20, sin 40, root 3 by 2 into sin 80. Or I can write root 3 by 2 into. Now I make the group of any 2 terms. I make the group of any 2 terms. Either I make sin 20 as sin 40 group, because we have to apply the defactorization formula, and in defactorization formulas there is either sin A, sin B, cos A, cos B, like that. So here I make either sin 20, sin 40. You can make the group of sin 20, sin 40, that is the first one, sin 20, sin 80, that is the second one, and sin 40, sin 80, that is the third one. It depends on you. So I make the group of this one and taking the greater angle at position. So this will be sin 40 into sin 20. What is the remaining? That is sin 80. Sin 20, sin 40 into sin 80. I have preferred the combination of 40 and 20. It is not necessary that you may choose the same combination. You may choose any combination. 20-40, that is the first one. 20-80, that is the second one. 40-80, that is the third one. So sin 40 into sin 20 I have selected. Our formula is 2 sin A into sin B. 2 sin A into sin B. So here these terms, we know that A can be written as half into 2A. A can be written as half into 2A. Using this concept, this can be written as root 3 by 2 into 1 by 2 into 2 sin 40 into sin 20 into sin 80. Or we can say that multiplying by 2 and dividing by 2. That is the simplest word. Multiplying by 2 and dividing by 2. Why we have multiplied by 2? Because our formula is 2 sin A sin B. In our formula there is 2 into sin A into sin B. The coefficient of sin A sin B is 2. Now applying that formula of 2 sin A sin B, I write here, but 2 sin A sin B is equals to, what is 2 sin A sin B? If you remember the formula of 2 sin A sin B, then that is cos of A minus B, it is negative cos of A minus B minus cos of, negative cos of A plus B minus cos of A minus B. 2 sin A sin B, the defactorization formula of 2 sin A sin B, that is negative cos of A plus B minus cos of A minus B. Apply that formula. If you apply that formula here, then you will get this equals to root 3 by 2 into 1 by 2. Root 3 by 2 into 1 by 2, that is root 3 by 4 into minus, sign comes here, minus cos of A plus B. Cos of A plus B. A is 40, B is 20. So it is cos of 40 plus 20 minus cos of A minus B, that is 40 minus 20, bracket close, into sin 80. See here, the formula of 2 sin A sin B is equals to minus of cos of A plus B minus cos of A minus B. So that means here minus root 3 by 4 into cos A plus B minus cos A minus B, that means 40 minus 20 into sin 80. If we simplify it, it will be minus root 3 by 4 between bracket cos 40 plus 20, that is equals to cos 60, minus cos 40 minus 20, that is equals to cos 20 into sin 80 into sin 80. But the value of cos 60, but cos 60 is equals to 1 upon 2. Cos 60 equals to 1 by 2. Substituting the value of cos 60 equals to 1 by 2 here, we will get minus root 3 by 4 minus root 3 by 4 into in bracket cos 60 is 1 upon 2, so it is 1 by 2 minus cos 20 into in bracket sin 80. See here, we applied 2 sin A sin B. By the application of 2 sin A sin B, we have got this is minus root 3 by 4 into cos 60 minus cos 40 minus 70, that means cos 20 into sin 80. But the value of cos 60 equals to 1 upon 2. So we have written here substitute value of cos 60 equals to 1 by 2. Now simplify the bracket. Is equals to minus root 3 by 2 into 1 by 2, that means minus root 3 by 4 into 2, that is 8. Minus of minus plus root 3 by 4 into cos 20, the whole into sin 80. We have multiplied minus root 3 by 4 inside of the bracket. Minus root 3 by 4 into 1 by 2, that means minus root 3 by 8. Minus root 3 by 4 minus minus plus, that is plus root 3 by 4 into cos 20 into sin 80. Now again, taking that sin 80 inside of the bracket. Taking sin 80 inside of the bracket, this will be minus root 3 by 8 into sin 80 plus root this term into this one plus this term into this one plus root 3 by 4 into sin 80 into cos 20 minus root 3 by 8 into sin 80 plus root 3 by 4 into sin 80 into cos 20. Now again, this is in the form of sin A cos B. Sin A cos B. But the formula for sin A cos B, in the formula for sin A cos B, there is 2. So again, multiplying and dividing by 2. We can adjust this term as minus root 3 by 8 sin 80 plus root 3 by 4 into 1 by 2 into in bracket 2 sin 80 into cos 20. I have multiplied by 2 and divided by 2. So multiplying and dividing by 2. Why? Because of formula is 2 sin A cos B. Now applying that formula by 2 sin A cos B. By the formula of 2 sin A cos B, we are having 2 sin A cos B equals to sin of A plus B plus sin of A minus B. The multiplication of sin and cos is equals to addition of 2 sin. So 2 sin A cos B sin A plus B plus sin A minus B. You will get minus root 3 by 8 minus root 3 by 8 sin 80 plus root 3 into 1, that is root 3, 4 into 2, that is 8, root 3 by 8 into in bracket sin 2 sin A into cos B, 2 sin A into cos B, sin of A plus B, or A is 80, B is 20. So that will be sin of A plus B, that means 80 plus 20. Sin of A plus B, 80 plus 20, plus sin of A minus B, that means 80 minus 20. See, it's a lengthy sum. You have to apply there are a lot of adjustments, that means multiplication by 2 and division by 2, and you have to apply the defactorization formulas 2 times. So here sin A plus B plus sin A minus B, that is sin 80 plus 20 plus sin 80 minus 20 is equals to minus root 3 by 8 sin 80 plus root 3 by 8 into in bracket sin 80 plus 20, that is equals to sin 100 plus sin 80 minus 20, that is equals to sin 60 is equals to, again simplifying further, but the value of the standard angle is here 60. So the value of sin 60 again, but sin 60 equals to half. Sorry, sin 60 is equals to root 3 by 2. That means we will get sin 60 equals to root 3 by 2. Substituting this value of sin 60 here is equals to minus root 3 by 8 sin 80 plus root 3 by 8 sine 100 plus 1 up root 3 by 2, root 3 upon 2. Substituting the value of sine 60 is equals to root 3 by 2 equals to minus root 3 by 8 sine 80 plus, now simplify the bracket, root 3 by 8 into this term, that will be root 3 by 8 into sine 100 plus root 3 by 8 into this term, that will be root 3 by 8 into root 3 by 2, which can be written as minus root 3 by 8 sine 80, this term into this one is this one, root 3 by 8 into root 3 by 2 plus root 3 by 8 into sine 100 plus root 3 into root 3, that will be 3, 8 into 2, that will be equals to 16, so that will be 3 by 16. Now see here, what is our requirement, what we have to prove, the complete left hand side is equals to 3 by 16, that means our requirement is 3 by 16, that means we have to eliminate these two terms. If we eliminate these two terms, then we will get our required value, that is equals to 3 upon 16. Here this is minus root 3 by 8 sine 80, this is root 3 by 8 sine 100. Now we have to write down sine 100 in terms of sine 80 or sine 80 in terms of sine 100. So here sine 100 sine 100, that can be written as sine of pi minus 80. Sine 100 can be written as sine of pi minus 80. What is pi? Pi is 180. 180 minus 80, how much? That is 100. So sine 100 can be written as sine of pi minus 80. Now sine of pi minus 80, the allied angles formulas. We have sine of pi minus theta is equals to sine theta. Sine of pi minus theta equals to sine theta. So this will be equals to sine of pi minus 80, that means sine 80. So the value of sine 100 is equals to, therefore sine 100 is equals to sine 80. So we have proved that the value of sine 100, or we have got the value of sine 100 is equals to sine 80. How? Because 100 can be written as 180 minus 80. 180 means pi. So 100 can be written as sine of pi minus 80. But the formula of sine of pi minus theta is sine theta. So sine of sine of pi minus theta is sine theta. That means sine of pi minus 80, that will be equals to sine 80. But the left hand side is sine 100. Hence the value of sine 100 is equals to sine 80. Substituting this value in this equation, we'll get is equals to minus root 3 by 8 sine 80 plus root 3 by 8 sine 100, but the value of sine 100 we have got, that is sine 80. So root 3 by 8 sine 80 plus 3 by 60 minus root 3 by 8 sine 80 plus root 3 by 8 sine 80 gets cancelled. So the remaining is 3 by 60, which is our required. Same type of problem they may ask in the exam. Instead of sine, the problem is like that. We have solved. हम लोगों ने क्या solve किया था? We have proved that sin 20, sin 40, sin 60, sin 80 is equals to 3 by 16. In exam they may ask, prove that cos 20, cos 40, cos 60, cos 80 is equals to 1 by 16. You have to prove that on the same lines. Again, whatever be the greater angle, standard angle, put the value of standard angle, make the combination of two cos, Then apply the formula of 2 cos A cos B. Again you will get one standard angle. Put the value of that standard angle there. Simplify the bracket. Again apply the formula of 2 cos A cos B. Then you will get this step like this one. Out of 1 show that 1 is equals to the other one. Gets cancel it and you will get the remaining one. Here we have got 3 by 16. In case of an cos, you will get 1 upon 16. So that's all about the factorization and defactorization formulas and the problems on factorization and defactorization. In the next period, we will start the last topic of trigonometry, that is the inverse trigonometric functions.